Well, he's still rehabbing right now. He's in the huddle just to hear the calls, but he's not practicing right now. He's just working a little bit on the side.
When do you hope to have him eventually out there working with the group?
As soon as he's healthy, Eric. You know, I don't want to put a timetable on these fellas, but as soon as he's healthy.
There's some positions here where there's going to be some competition in training camp. Has that
Yeah.
started now, or do you really have to get to training camp before you?
For some people, it started. You know, if you're watching those punters, that's a heck of a competition right now. You know, long snapper. That's going to be a good competition. But the rest of the guys, you know, I think you can wait till you get the pads on. You see how they respond when the game speeds up and get a little more physical.
Coach, with Tyrell going, Travis kind of leaps in that number 3 role. What does a healthy Travis Benjamin mean to this offense?
It means a lot. I mean, Travis, he was already like a number 3 for us, to be honest with you, the way we used him last year. You know, his speed is rare, you know, and he's a big play guy. So we're glad to have him on our roster.
And then going back to last year, limited production, just 12 catches, but it came in really clutch moments. I remember the first touchdown in Pittsburgh, and then those 2 catches on that final drive in Kansas City. And going even back to the year before, just his ability to return and the big plays, how much has that kind of changed the dynamic of the offense?
You know, he was hurt. You talk about the limited production. He was hurt last year. He came back. He tried to work through it. You know, it didn't quite work out. We didn't need him, to be honest with you. We had depth last year at the position, but his big play potential, you know, it's been good for us, and he's going to be on the field more this year because Tyrell's gone. So hopefully we see more of those big plays.
Anthony, how has Hunter Henry continued to progress during this offseason, and what do you like?
Eric, he looks good. It looks good. It's good to see him running around, having fun, enjoying football again. But he's healthy, and Hunter Henry looks good.
Has he exceeded expectations in terms of where he's at now, a year removed from?
No, we expected him to be here. Where he exceeded expectations was coming back a month early last year. You know, but right now we expected him to be ready to go, and he's looking good.
How big was that for him to be able to get out there last year in terms of where he's at now?
I think it did a lot for his confidence going into the offseason. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, last week you talked about your rookie kind of being too aggressive on the field. You might have to dial that back a little bit. I asked Coach Bradley last week, when do you want to see that aggression? And when is the right time for the player to show that?
I want to see it in training camp is when I want to see it, when we get the pads on. You know, no one's going to get cut out here or make the team run around in shorts. We're learning, you know, we're competing, but we're learning. And we're teaching at a slower pace right now as well. So come training camp, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to make this football team.
How's Trevor Williams look in terms of coming back from the knee injury and being able to get out there on the field?
I got to tell you, Trevor looks outstanding. His confidence is back, you know, and he's playing like it in practice right now. His change of direction is night and day. So it's going to be a nice little competition over there between him and Michael Davis.
Nice to come to the competition and front seven. You got some injury with the linebackers, but now guys are getting healthy with back. How do you see the competition playing now? You know, Kaiser White and Chenna and Nulusu and Perriman back and all those guys.
Well, it'll play itself out when we get the pass on, especially at the linebacker position with Kaiser, Thomas Davis, Denzel, Jatavius Brown. You know, all those guys will be competing for those spots.
For Chenna, particularly,
Chenna,
put all over the place, right?
yeah, but Chenna plays more of our outside backer spot. Right now, he's our starting auto, but he also can bring some reps at Leo behind Melvin Ingram. So he's a versatile athlete.
How's Tyrod looked the first couple of weeks?
I think it's looked good. Right now with Tyrod, it's just about learning the system and being able to call the plays and make the checks at the line of scrimmage. And today we put him in some situations where we kind of made it tough on him in some no-huddle situations, and I thought he grew a little bit. But that's just where he's got to grow the most. His ability, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Coach, in a perfect world, you wish all the players were here. Your thoughts on players that don't come to OTAs?
Well, it's mandatory. You know, like I said, 98% of our guys are here, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I would like to see all the guys here. I think this is when you build your team. But the guys that are not here, I mean, when they get here, they'll be ready to go.
Since you did discuss punters, how's the new guy looking? Since you mentioned punters earlier,
What about him?
the guy who you got from the CFL, how's he looking?
He's looking good. The kid from both ties are looking good, to be honest with you. Like I said, right now it's a heck of a competition out there.
Because what can you learn from long snappers and punters during OTAs?
Well, I mean, kicking the ball and putting them in situations where they're competing against one another in front of the whole team, everyone's watching. I mean, that helps a little bit. That's a unique position where you don't get to do that a lot with other positions. But the preseason games, that'll be the big tell.
Coach, you guys drafted Isaac Rochelle a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
Talk about his progression every year that he's been here. Last year he had over 5 sacks. Just talk about the way he's played.
You know, Ike's gotten better every single year. You know, he's changed his body. His work ethic is outstanding. He's turned into a pro. You know, I look for him to take the next step this year, but he's gotten better every single year. And that's what you want in your young athletes.
Coach, you have a pretty big group of linebackers in camp right now.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason for that because the injuries you had at that position, because you were so depleted at the end of the year, you kind of want to start with a bigger group of guys at that position.
Well, it was definitely an emphasis, you know, and we have a lot of guys we want to look at. You know, we have some guys that come training camp we might be talking about that we're not talking about now. So that group is big for a reason.
Coach, during training camp, how has some of the veterans on the team stepped up to teach the new guys?
You know, if you watch out here every day, you see veterans with young guys on the side, and they're talking them through techniques, they're talking them through fundamentals. And you go in the classroom, you let some of the veterans lead the meetings in the classrooms. I think the young guys are learning a lot from our veterans right now. You know, I just like I like what I see when I'm standing in the back. I like the competition I see. It's back and forth. Not one time if I come out to practice and one side is dominating the other side. It's always been both sides making plays back and forth. And I think that's a sign of a good football team. But we have a lot of work to do. We're not there yet, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Will there be any added pressure for Melvin Gordon or Melvin Ingram when they show up in training camp because they're not here for the sauces and stuff in terms of them being ready?
I can't answer that. You know, if it be an added pressure. Both of those guys are key members of our football team. They have you know, a major role, and they'll start when they get here. But I think the guys that are here getting those reps in their place, I think those guys are benefiting big time.
Do you feel more comfortable, I guess, the fact that they haven't gone through this before, but show up at training camp and still have productive seasons? The fact that they're not here.
Yeah, I'm sure those guys, those are good players. You know, whether they're here or not, I'm sure they're going to show up and be productive.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right, guys. Glasses, somebody might try to take those.
I was looking at it.